Good afternoon, kindergarten families. My name is Margaret Podesta, and I am the proud principal of Putnam Valley Elementary School. This is a very exciting event because you're the kindergarten parents, and this is your first official show here at Putnam Valley Elementary. You'll be invited to many. They won't all be in Mandarin Chinese, but this one will be. We're so happy that you were able to find time in your busy lives to come here for your most precious children who are all in red for the Chinese New Year. It is the year of the rabbit. The children have been learning so much about the Mandarin culture and language, and there are a few people I'd like to introduce just to get started. First of all, the wonderful teaching assistant who's been working with your students once a week for 30 minutes to expose them to Mandarin language and culture is Ms. Tina Lei. Here she is.
You are come. It's to support me, support my Chinese culture and the Chinese program. I'm so proud of your children over here. Yeah, you will see later. Yes. Thank you again.
I was teaching your children the word rehearsal the other day. Wait till you see what Tina has taught them, okay? And we're going to be hearing from some other people throughout the program, which is short and sweet, it really is. But then you'll be invited back to the kindergarten classrooms where you can just visit the classroom for a few minutes, and if you'd like to sign your child out and take them home, you can do that right in the classroom, not in the office. If you'd like them to stay here for the remainder of the school day, that's great too. We'll keep them. Okay. Before we begin, though, I'd like to introduce our superintendent to say hello, Dr. Jeremy Luft.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I promise not to take up too much of your time because I am certainly not the star of this show. Having the luxury to be able to see this a couple of years now, you guys are in for quite the performance. And you'll be amazed at your children's ability to sing songs in Mandarin. I do want to thank Dr. Ryan and Lynn Allen from BOCES. They really, much of this work was their vision, and Putnam Valley was lucky enough to be able to get in the first year, and this is now our, fourth year of offering Mandarin to our students, and it's really been quite an accomplishment, and it wouldn't have been possible without the partnership with BOCES. And again, thank Wendy Lee, who was the coordinator of this program, and Miss Tina, who is here with our students each day. You guys are all in for a terrific performance. So thank you all for coming, and I'll turn it back over. Thanks.
Thank you. So we will be hearing from Dr. Ryan, and we also have Dr. Allen here from BOCES, but if they could just stand up and say hello. Big administrators from Putnam Northern Westchester BOCES. We're so proud. Thank you. I also have my faithful right arm over here, Mrs. Jen Pico, assistant principal. And we have Miss Wendy Lee, who we'll speak to in a little bit, and she's in the back with the red scarf. Hello, Wendy. Thank you. And I do want to say that I'm so touched and honored that besides all of the families and parents here, we have some Board of Education members who came to support our program and our kindergarten students. So Board of Ed members, could you just stand up for a second, please? Ms. Jeanette Yetter, Ms. Barbara Parmley, Ms. Horvitz. Thank you. Busy people, and we appreciate your support very much. Okay, are you ready? All right, here we go. Please bring in the stars of the show. Before we start our first song, I'd like to thank our incredible teaching staff at the kindergarten level who welcomes this program warmly and who works with your students every day. We have Mrs. Barb DeMay, Mrs. Joanne Mahoney, Mrs. Kara Hess, Mrs. Debbie Verdi, Mrs. Melissa Sullivan, and Ms. Abby Forliso, and all of their teacher aides and assistants who make the day's work so well. We have our first speakers in the program, and I think we're ready. Hold on, ready? 1, 2, 3.
The first song is Ni Hao Good, the hello song.
Good job.
The second song is Ni Zhangwen Ni Mao Ge, the Chinese polite expression song.
Ni hao,欢迎，欢迎，给你，谢谢，谢谢，不客气，不客气，对不起，对不起，没关系，没关系，再见。你好，欢迎，欢迎，给你，谢谢，谢谢，不客气，不客气，对不起，对不起，没关系，没关系，再见。
I'd like to invite up Dr. Jim Ryan to say hello to everybody from Putnam, Northern Westchester, BOCES. Thank you.
Thank you, Margaret. And good afternoon, everyone. Dr. Allen and I are delighted to be with you this afternoon. It was our thought several years ago if we could expose the youngsters of Putnam, Northern Westchester to the Chinese language and culture, it would be such a nice opportunity for us to infuse the work of Putnam, Northern Westchester into our component districts. And I just want to thank Margaret and Jeremy, Dr. Luff, Dr. Podesta, and the Putnam Valley Board of Education for supporting the program. We're just delighted to be here. It's always great to be a spectator and enjoy this afternoon. So thank you for the invitation, Margaret.
Thank you so much for being here. And also, of course, when you learn that Mandarin is such an incredibly important language in our global economy, plus just teaching language of all areas to an early age student makes such a difference. So we're excited about this, and I think we're ready for our next speakers.
third song is the family song.
I'd also like to welcome Dr. Natalie Doherty, our Assistant Superintendent, Mike Lee, Head of Technology. Thank you so much, and thank you always to Alex Goffman, who helps with all technology. We can't do anything without him. Thank you. All right, next, Mrs. Sullivan's class. Okay, ready? 1.
Well, the first song is 新年好 Happy New Year.
Let's see, where is Miss Wendy Lee right now? Oh, here. Here's Wendy Lee, the coordinator with BOCES in Putnam Valley. I'd like to introduce Wendy, who helps run the show here. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Dr. Podesta. Thank you, guys. This is amazing, right? So, dear kindergarten families, and I just want to say, Miss Lei, Tina, and I are very appreciative for the opportunity to working with your children. And they are wonderful and full of potential, and we love them. So Miss Lei and I, we grew up in China, and we have many years of experience working with young students. And so we're very passionate to bring authentic quality Mandarin program to our students. So it is our promise that we'll continue to nurture their interest in the language and the Eastern world as they grow up in this wonderful school, Putnam Valley Elementary School. This is a place to be. Thank you so much all for coming.
And for the finale, we have our final speakers here. Okay.
The last song that we will be singing, goodbye song.
Okay, ready?
Thank you.
So these English-speaking students are beginning their 6th month of school, and I think they did an amazing job. Amazing. Thank you for being part of this. We're going to invite the kindergarten students to go back with their teachers. You can meet them in their classrooms, and we'll invite you again soon. Thank you. Happy New Year.